giggling about over there?
I'm just watching memes.
I'm watching memes.
We're doing a live showing.
I'm
just watching memes.
You're fucking. I just scrolled past a meme.
You
that's
haven't
all.
said anything for like 20 minutes.
Well, yeah, because your fucking thing crashed. So I'm just sitting here like, hey, by the way, it's
We're
fucked.
live, pal.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, well, fuck you then. I'm not sending it to you.
You better fucking send me, dick.
It's pretty fucking funny.
All right.
Like,
All right. We're back.
Are we?
I mean, yeah, we should be.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just hold on. Damn, that sucks. We were having a really good show, so like right there too.
I have no idea why I just crapped out. Just all of a sudden,
Nah, something
the
happened.
screen went
Yeah.
blank, and I was like, "Whoop, there it goes."
did you say lank?
No, I said the screen blanked out.
Oh, I was like,
Wait a
I was
minute.
like,
Did you just say lank?
What the hell is that?
Let a naysayer know.
Oh,
let a naysayer
that's
know.
not at all what I thought. That
Pat
was,
McAfee.
Yeah.
That is not at all what I thought it meant.
All right. So, where were we?
No.
We were in the middle of that last clip. We were on the third clip for NASCAR.
Yes. Hang on, I gotta
was a
go,
different angle.
I gotta go mute everything now. Like, yeah, everything. This all fucking.
Maybe
thing
you had too
is
many videos running at the same time.
off. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't think so, but.
Well, we'll find out.
What the hell?
Go replay
Yeah,
that.
dude, I don't know. I don't like Streamlabs, dude. This program just does not fucking. It doesn't fly with me, dude. I don't get it. It just, I don't know.
Well, damn it.
Not a fan. But anyway, all right. So here is the second angle of the Ryan Preece. This should work.
This is from Eric Jones.
I hate that soft little moan he just did, though.
Well, that was Jeff Burton, who's a longtime, like 20-year vet of the sport. No one's ever seen a car do that before. In all of my years watching NASCAR, I've never seen a car get airborne going forward. The whole point of a race car is to produce downforce that keeps it glued to the ground while it's moving
Well,
forward.
he got rattled by what's his face though.
So how does that happen? Was the car just too light in the front and it just created like a vacuum and
what
pushed it
they
up?
think is, if you look at the bottom of these next gen cars, and I'll use the Slick Willie Daytona 500 model, you see the bottom is smooth.
Yeah, but isn't it smooth because it's like
And-
a plastic sheet across the whole fucking bottom?
Yes, and see how it has these diffusers here?
Yeah.
So this is what the actual bottom of a cup car looks like now. It's not like it used to be where, like, hand me one of those. Flip it up. You flip this upside down. You see how you can see the bottom?
Yeah, you see the
can
exhaust and everything.
The exhaust, everything. It's everything's exposed. That's how the older cars used to be. These next gen cars, the Gen 7 cars, they're smooth bottom because they're trying to make them more aerodynamic, more race car, modern era race car esque.
That makes sense though.
And when you'd have that, so apparently what they feel like what is happening is that bottom is basically creating a sail. So anytime any air gets underneath it, where usually the air would have plenty of places to go, disperse itself, and not create too much lift. Mm-hmm. Now you're getting these awkward hits, and cars are getting airborne. I mean, I would say not more often than they used to, but they're not getting airborne any less often than they used to. So while the cars are safer inside, which is good, you know what I mean? Because, like, listen, we could go back. Like, I listened to Denny Hamlin's podcast this morning, and Denny makes a lot. Listen, as much as I'm not a big Denny Hamlin fan, his podcast is phenomenal, and his opinion on racing and the direction the sport is going and everything else is pretty fucking spot on. Mm-hmm. And he knows a shit ton about racing, and it's awesome to listen to. And he, his argument was, we went from 900 horsepower down to 650 horsepower. And instead of doing 200 miles an hour, we're doing 100, which they're still doing 200 miles an hour because the fastest lap time on Sunday was 198 miles an hour.
Wow.
He's like we're still going the same speed, or the cars are slower. Out individually they're slower, but in the draft they're still just as fast. He's like, but in order to go that fast, you have to be 3 inches away from anybody. So there's no space, there's no error, there's no room for error. So, and I'm like, while I see your point, I still pretty distinctly remember like Tony Stewart flipping wildly in 2001, or Rusty Wallace in 93, or Davey Allison in 92, or Ryan Newman at fucking name a year at Daytona or Talladega. I felt like every year he was getting upside down. Like, guys get upside down, cars get upside down at these tracks. When you listen, like Corey LaJoie said last year, at some point you just have to accept the inherent risk that when you drive a car at close to 200 miles an hour, there's a chance it's going to get airborne. It's just physics is going to take over at some point, and that's what's going to happen.
Big ass planes get airborne at fucking 200 miles an hour.
Exactly.
And they weigh 30, fucking 40, 50 times what a NASCAR weighs.
Yo, I just landed in this shit upside down.
Yeah, especially if you're Delta.
So when a car is going forwards, right, everything is meant to keep the car pushed to the ground so it gets maximum traction. When the car goes backwards, what do you think happens?
Opposite.
The exact opposite, right? Which is why they came up with these nifty little roof flaps years and years and years ago. These came out, I want to say, like 94, because Rusty had his two big flips. I can't get So you see these roof flaps, these little things here. It's backwards. Sorry, it's mirrored. So they flap down. They're on the roof. For those that don't know, and
those keep you planted. When you go
those. So when you turn backwards, they come up, and they're designed to keep the car on the ground.
So same thing with planes too. Whenever you're landing, those little pockets pop up too.
Yeah, the flaps.
Yes.
Yeah. So it keeps you glues you to the ground, slows you down. So that's what those are designed to do. They're designed to slow the car down and keep it glued to the ground. Mm-hmm. Those came out in 1994, I believe, was the first year of those. Because Rusty Wallace had two pretty grandiose flips, one at Daytona in the 500 in February, and then the next one at Talladega in the summer race. Mm-hmm. And he flipped wildly, and then they were like, all right, we got to do something about these. They came up with the roof flap idea. Boom. Okay.
Smart.
Helped. Kept cars on the ground. It has kept cars on the ground. I mean, you can't prove a counterfactual, but I do know that roof flaps have kept more cars from flipping over than have not. So, whatever, it's a safety innovation, right? The problem I have with these new cars is now we've never experienced this nice smooth bottom that is acting as basically a fucking sail. So anytime any air gets underneath that car and it comes more than 6 inches off the ground, it just starts producing lift, and you got big problems. So
same thing with the plane though. You got any kind of force under that plane, it's automatically going to lift off.
Right.
Precisely. So here is the third look at Ryan Preece's wreck, which I
want to see that same video again, though.
Sure, you can play anyone you want.
Yeah.
No, is it not? Oh, hold on, I'm an asshole. Here we go. Hang on, I'm an asshole. Hang on, I'm still an asshole. Hold on. Okay, now we're good. Now we're ready. Now I'm ready.
Kapow!
Oh, this one didn't have audio. That was right.
Okay.
Yeah. But you can just see the car. This is a 3,500-pound race car. This is not like a 2,000. This is not a light vehicle.
I know, and it moves like it weighs less than 500 pounds.
Correct. So there you have it. I mean, oops, there it is again. God damn it. But you see it just riding like a wheelie.
Yeah.
It's fucking nutty, dude. I've never seen anything like that. I've never in
What's
all
his
my
speed
years. At that point, Probably 190, 192.
Still at a buck.
Oh, when it's in the air like that?
Like when he gets up.
160,
Like when you see, bucks,
150.
yeah, fuck yeah, man. That flat base bottom, what's that car weigh? 3,600
Well, when
pounds?
he makes
What's the car weigh? 36?
3,600.
3,600?
When
yeah.
he makes impact with that car, he's doing 190 miles an hour.
Right, and then he gets up.
And as soon as that air gets under it at 190 miles an hour,
Yeah, you're about 170. 170 at a 3,600 pound car, bro. That's an immense force on a flat. I just know this because it's funny when you look at like MotoGP things, like the way that they tweak fairings and like aero and shit for like very small, like half the size of the sheet of paper at the same speed. And the amount of downforce in pounds that it creates and things, and could do the complete opposite. You know what I'm saying? If it was the other way. So when you see shit like that, it's like, man, that 3,600 fucking pound car becomes like one of those paper planes that you basically made in art class.
Yeah,
fucking
dude, it's
around,
nothing.
Dude. Like,
And
when
that's,
you're pushing that wind resistance against it,
and NASCAR's wrestling with that. Like they're having a big problem because
there's
they're
nothing
like,
you can do about it.
again, Corey LaJoie said it perfectly
You
last
want
year.
to race at 200 miles an hour, you get 200 mile an hour things.
Exactly. And I won't fault anybody who doesn't want to do that. But also, if you don't want to do that, I will.
But
Be blessed.
But they could, if they could go faster, they would. I don't see any of those guys.
Of course.
If they said, "Hey, would you take the risk?" A lot of them would be like, "Yeah."
Hey, listen, if they were worried about safety over speed, they would have capped them shits at 100 miles an hour a long time ago, and they'd be racing egg cars. No one gives a fuck about that shit, brother.
No, the appeal comes from the inherent
Speed.
danger.
That's why we love it.
And that's what we love. We're adrenaline junkies.
I mean, we don't love to see.
Listen, I don't love to see anybody
I
get
don't want to
hurt.
see LS motors flying in the stands and kill, you know, and shit like that.
No, of
People
course
getting
not.
hurt and like that guy from was it Indy a couple years ago, or one of the big deaths from. I'm just saying motorsports.
Oh, you're talking
racing.
about Jeff Krosnoff, where
Yeah,
the crash
yeah.
up in '96 in Toronto where
No,
it killed the turn worker.
This was maybe a couple 10 years.
Oh,
not
you're
even
talking.
10 years
Was
ago.
it Will Power?
Yeah, maybe somebody like that.
No.
It was Indy. It was IndyCar. Big time wrecks where in motorsports where people pass away instead of walking away. You know, that whole thing comes with the safety. You know, you want to see the safety, but the inherent danger is what makes the sport so popular. Unfortunately, it's just like the Isle of Man TT. You know, you go watch dudes on street bikes.
Dan Weldon. That's what it was. Dan Weldon.
He's a British guy, right?
I don't know. He had 16 wins
Yeah, like-
over the course of like 10 years.
Yeah, this wasn't even that long.
Yeah,
ago.
they canceled that race. He got killed in like lap 2.
Yeah, it was in bad.
It was in Vegas. Was it in Vegas or California?
It was somewhere in the States.
It was one of those D tracks. I think it was California. I forget exactly, but Dan Weldon got killed. That was a vicious wreck, dude. Like that was brutal.
And then what was the one? Was it Kyle Larson?
When the
couple of years ago,
tire went into the stands. That was 2013.
Man, like,
I remember
shit
that. Holy
gets
shit.
fucking nutty, bro. You know what I mean?
Didn't
like,
that hit a
shit
woman?
Gets,
Yeah, somebody got pretty. They survived.
She lived.
Luckily, yeah, they were fine.
Yeah, I
afterwards.
remember seeing that tire hit her, and she like
But
ricocheted off the
you
tire.
don't really understand. Like you can watch it on TV all you want until you go and witness.
Until you
hell's
see how
going on.
fast they're going by you.
And remember, we used to stick our fucking heads out. We would be at like Charlotte or Daytona or I don't know where the hell we were.
One of those
back
two.
in the 90s, they used to let you walk right along the fence line where they don't let you. I haven't been in so
Can't
long.
get down there anymore.
You can't get down there anymore. You can't go there. We used to walk with my dad and let the officials, like, we'd time it, and the officials would go to the end of the track, and then they'd start walking back, and we'd be walking just to the end past them, and my dad would pick us up and fucking kind of not hang us out, but put us up
you'd
against
get like
the
almost
wall.
right up against the fence.
Up against the fence at the
I mean,
end
there was a few times where I grabbed onto the fence as the cars came by, and it rattles your insides.
It
dude.
hits your eyes get. If you keep them open, you maybe get through like the first like 6 cars out of 42, and then you're like, your eyes felt like someone just mashed sand in it.
Just getting sandblasted.
Like, oh fuck!
Because all the dust and all the shit. It's
if a guy wrecked at that point or something,
Dude, I
I'm
know.
fucking dead, bro. It don't matter. I'm like 8, 9 years old. Like, yeah, this is sick. Cars going by my head at like 200 miles an hour by like a couple
but
feet.
why do we love it? Because we did shit like that.
That was
And we
awesome.
fell in love with it, and now
Yep.
we still love it because we know what that felt like back in the day.
I'll never
But
forget
speaking
that
of
shit.
like this, so this is just like my raw emotion of this whole of Slick Willie winning the Daytona 500. So Slick Willie's my guy. William Byron's my guy. Never in a million years did I think I was going to become a fan of the 24 car, like I have been now, like I am now. But Slick Willie's my guy. So this video was sent to me by the Kiwi, one of the Kiwis, Nate Anderson. He sent it to me, so big ups to him. Sent me this video after the fact. After it was all said and done, he was like, I'll send you the video. So this is like the last 2 laps. And then you can hear me yelling as the wreck takes place on the backstretch. You can hear me screaming. It's absolutely... So they just took the green flag. This is the overtime, the green white check. So they're dipping around. Cedric That was my raw, like, that was the inner 10-year-old in me coming out because my favorite driver just won the Daytona 500.
Yeah,
And he went from 7th to 1st in the matter of a mile.
He goes back to New Zealand. Look at this American and his
Yeah.
raw emotion
Yeah.
that he shares for his Slick Willie.
I love the fact that you can hear me yell because so I started yelling because when you see the cars get turned in the last race, all I saw was like a flash of orange and yellow go by against the wall and not slow down, and I'm like, oh my god, that was Slick Willie, and that's when you hear me just start going Slick Willie, Slick Willie, Slick Willie, because I knew he got through it. And I'm like, oh my god! And I'm waiting for that's why I paused because I'm waiting for him to throw the caution.
Yeah.
Because there's 10 fucking cars wrecked on the backstretch, and I'm like, put the caution out, because that means the race is over at that point, and Slick Willie wins. And I'm like, put it out. And then I see Slick Willie coming through turn 4 with John Hunter Nemechek like a couple of car lengths behind, and I'm like, is he gonna win it? Is he gonna win it? I'm like, there's still no caution. And then he crosses. I'm like, ah. And I'm fucking dying. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, Slick Willie wins it 2 years in a row. Big ups to Nate, who took that video of me just going fucking absolutely berserk in the stands. That's
He didn't even
fucking
care who
awesome.
won. He was just recording you at the
He
end.
had no fucking... Dude, he didn't give a shit. Like, they were SVG fans. They were just there to enjoy the day.
That's fucking
And he
pretty
happened to just catch me going fucking bananas in the fucking stands
Going nutty, bitch.
for William Byron winning the race, dude. And I'm so glad he sent me that video, man. That was so much fun. I had such a good fucking time. It is the best sporting event on the fucking face of the planet. Again, I encourage anybody to go to one. There's no other fucking event you can walk in. I literally walked in with a cooler backpack with a 30-pack of Busch Lights in my bag.
Damn.
And just walked into the racetrack. And they were like, any glass? And I was like, nope. And they're like, enjoy, sir.
America's greatest sport, goddammit.
It is just the most American fucking shit you'll ever fucking experience.
Sounds pretty
So,
badass.
this week coming up, we got Atlanta, another super speedway, another one that is very prone to this type of racing. Well, it is this type of racing, but it's very prone to these type of finishes. Not so much prone to the first-time winners.
Mm-hmm.
So the guys that are plus 3,500, not really going to be my move this week. I'm going to be, listen, just based on what I saw this week and what I saw last year,
Right.
I want to be hella heavy on the Penske boys. Cindric, Blaney, Logano. Those are going to be those guys are going to be odds-on favorites tomorrow when the odds drop. I like Slick Willie because the 11th commandment has been written. Thou shalt bet on Slick Willie every fucking week because he can win at any track at any time from any place in the field. I've been saying it for 2 years now. Thou shalt not bet against Slick Willie.
Thou shalt not bet against Slick
It is the 11th commandment. You bet on Slick Willie, you win money. It's a tale as old as time, Sean.
What about the other 4 commandments? You can't have just 11.
The other 10? Somebody else. already wrote this.
No. 1 through 10 is already set in stone. Then you have 11.
Yeah.
You need 4 more.
What do you mean? What
There's
do
like
you
5 on each tablet.
Oh, I don't know. Well, we'll get to those.
Yeah, we're rewriting history, bro.
Yeah.
Just bet on Slick.
You know the 12th one could be whoever Joey accidentally bets on to win the NASCAR championship at some point during the season.
When Joey's
Bet
up here,
that guy to win the championship
Joey's up
because he's
here
probably
at
going to
3
win
a.m.,
it.
Yep.
He's like this.
In the 13th, thou shalt not fuck with North Sea Papa.
Yeah. Thou.
Notorious B.I.G.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? That was like a fucking NASCAR driver.
Thou shalt not diss Drake at halftime of the Super Bowl, otherwise you will get clowned on.
Yep.
But anyway,
Did you see what he was doing during that time?
who? Drake?
Drake, yeah.
Wasn't he watching
Sold
it?
out show in Melbourne.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. It's like, oh.
Yeah, he really doesn't
You
care.
don't give a fuck, bro.
Rap beef is like the oldest shit ever. But
He's like, thanks for allowing me to buy a bigger, more private jet.
yeah, right.
Say, Drake.
A bigger and more privater jet.
So anyhow, Atlanta's coming up this week. I'm going to be heavy on the Penske boys. I will get my picks out hopefully Saturday night. If not, definitely Sunday morning with plenty of time for you to place your bets before the race starts at 3. So just give us a like and a follow on the Row 1 Seat 1 page. That's where I'll post them. I'll share them to my personal page, but you can get them first on our Row 1 Seat 1 page. And we're gonna keep good tabs this year. I'm gonna start keeping better tabs of who wins and when, what wins we notch, and we'll keep it going. I mean, we did pretty good last year. I mean, we did really good last year. 11 wins is really good.
Yeah, you kill it with NASCAR stuff.
So
We're like 50-50 on
we'll see if we
football.
can. We'll see if we can top that this year. But last year too, I accidentally bet on Joey Logano to win the championship. So when he did get in the championship I doubled down, and that ended up netting me like $1,000 off of $110 worth of bets. I think I put down total. I think I put $100 on him to win the final race of the year at plus 800, and then I'd already had $10 on him to win the championship at like plus 2,500. So
Right.
it was like 250 and 800, so like whatever, 1050 or whatever it was. And then I thought that was also the day I thought I won $1,700 on a parlay, and I was super pissed because Mac Jones and the Jaguars fucked me, but whatever. Nonetheless, so it would have been a very, very lucrative week, but neither here nor there. But no, keep tabs on the Row 1 Seat 1 Facebook page. That's where I'll be putting up my NASCAR bets every Saturday for the whole season. I will do them every week this year unless something crazy happens and I can't get to it. But even still, if not, I'll have Sean or Miguel, the intern, put them up. And we'll make sure we get them out to you, because I know a lot of people. I had a couple people post on the bet, say, hey, like I followed your bets and I hit a bunch. So good for you guys. That's what we want. Everybody's got to eat. Everybody's got to get their beak wet.
You gotta do what everyone does on TikTok now. You gotta start with like one of those like corny things. last week, if you followed my bets, you know you'd be up $1,500.
Yeah.
Everyone talks like Jim Rome.
Yeah.
You might have bought your mother a house last week.
I like the natty to top the berg. Check that.
You know what I mean? They all have like that voice.
Yeah. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna be me. I'm gonna do me. And
Don't forget to use my code FATS.
Yeah, if I do
That's
me and I
Spirit
do
Dog.
well, then I want you to do well, and that's how it goes. So, betting on NASCAR is the way. That's what I do. It's my thing. I mean, I'm not the best at it. Like I said, I can't bet on trucks and Xfinity and all that other kind of shit. I don't know enough about all that, but what I do know is cup racing, and I think my track record speaks for itself. So, anyhow, we'll leave it there for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Sorry for that technical difficulty in the middle there. Killed the last half hour of the show. But nonetheless, it was a good time. We will be back next Tuesday night, right? Everybody's good next Tuesday, right? Cool. 8:45 p.m. We'll be back with we'll have an Atlanta recap for NASCAR. NFL offseason is going to start cranking up.
Oh, can't come soon enough.
The combine is getting closer, right? Isn't that next week?
Yes, but it's fucking changing again. It's fucking aggravating.
Oh, fuck
So we'll
off.
have the combine. We'll
Too
have
much
Atlanta.
primetime
We
shit
got
now.
NASCAR. We got NFL offseason. NBA is starting to get a little bit interesting. I mean, even though the game, the game on the floor sucks, which we should do a little bit on that next week because LeBron ducking out of the All-Star game
Bitch.
the
move.
day of.
I'm hurt,
Oh, I got
and-
ankle soreness.
and I can't even dress up to like take photos with the rest of the team.
Dude,
It's
come
like,
on.
dude, and then what's up with him dapping up everybody and saying hello and ignoring Jaylen Brown?
I don't
Like,
know.
that's fucked up.
And then we have the U.S. Canada part 2 on Thursday night, so we'll talk about that on Tuesday
Oh
too.
my god,
I will be watching that.
Hockey. We'll do hockey on row
dude,
1
that
C1.
was fucking fun to watch. I'm glad you talked about that.
Yes,
Like,
we got to get it. We should have probably done that tonight, but I didn't have time to get it. Because I just landed. I just landed like not even 12 hours. I got home not 11 hours ago.
Right.
I had a dog in
yeah,
the yard.
No,
and
but yeah, you're exhausted.
my yard
You've
was
been traveling.
fairly destroyed because of the wind. Like my wife's zero gravity chair is like several hundred feet away from where it was when I left.
Jesus
So
Christ.
I mean, I had some shit to do today. But nonetheless, we'll be back next Tuesday night, row 1, seat 1, right here on the one, the only, the New Bedford Guide. Be sure to give us a follow on Facebook at row 1, seat 1. That's where you can get my bets. You can follow my Twitter, I guess, xfatjoe, with an underscore between Fat and Joe. Go ahead and give me a follow there. I'll probably tweet my bets out too, but I mean, Facebook's going to be where it's going to go first, so that's your best bet.
For sure.
No pun intended. But until then, we will see you all next week for Plizzy and Mr. Betancourt.
Yeah.
I am Joey Fats. This has been Row 1, Seat 1. We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us and being here for after 2 long weeks off, or 1 long week off. It's been 2 weeks.
And, been a little while.
We haven't been here since before the Super Bowl. I feel like we missed a lot, so glad to be back. It's good to be back. We'll be back next week.
Later.
Peace.
Peace.
Inside